going up against the Buccaneers.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Throwing now is Rodgers. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And the return will stop right around the 25. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Following the interception, Winston going for it all. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
10 yards still left on 2nd down. They go play action. Winston. Escaping the pressure right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Winston. He rifles one that's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And he's going to return it to the 21. Line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. Room here to run. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. So 2nd down, 3 yards to go now. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
When the 4-3 defense is functioning really well, you know who stays what we call clean and no one gets to him? The guy playing the middle linebacker position, the guy we call Mike. That means the defensive front is eating up all the blocks and just let him go to the football and make a play.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
To throw is Rodgers. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Rodgers now to throw. And this is taken in at the 5. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Boswell on now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Winston to throw it this time. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the first down with his legs. Now a handoff as they run left side. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Off the play fake, Winston. Steps away to his left. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. Back near the goal line, here's Rodgers. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be knocked down sideways. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They'll go again with Bell. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs. Here's Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where this... Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. 71 yards. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Boswell on now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script.
And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. Now a play fake here on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now a first down carry by Bell. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. He had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. And the Steelers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is third down and 12. On play action, Rodgers. Buying time to his left. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, fourth down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Now a handoff looking right. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
And while there is no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window. They've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Wow, evasive.
Make a miss.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
And as soon as they hand a rookie his playbook, they say you better make your mark on special teams if you want to hang around. I'd say returning one for a touchdown will definitely leave a memory.
Yeah, that's a pretty indelible mark here early on in his career. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A minute 57 to go in this first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. They'll run it now out of the gun. Try to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So third and long. On third down, Winston. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard at the 38-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. NFL teams last year a little under 50% on fourth down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. Throwing, Winston. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. Winston now to throw on first down. Forced out to his left. Finding room to the 20. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. He is tough to bring down, Jameis Winston. Charles, I remember calling a baseball game of his. He played baseball at Florida State, too. And you saw his legs, tree trunks sprayed in to those baseball pants. I said, how could anybody bring this guy down?
And that's part of the beauty of his game, because he has that toughness, that thick body. He may not beat you sprinting, but he's real sharp with his mind, and he knows how to get away from people.
They'll try to throw now. Winston dancing to his left, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Second down, Winston. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played. That's fielded in the end zone.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Green 18!
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Rodgers going to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Winston now. Now they go screen. It's complete. He's got the first down and more past the 40. And 21 yards there as they convert on third.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Here's Winston. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Jameis to throw it. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. And now here's a carry heading left. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Winston. And an alley to run. 8 yards that time. Able to take off, and the result is a first down.
How many times do we hear that third down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. T.J. Watt not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Now a second down throw for Winston. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Stephon Tuitt in there to get him, and this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Play clock winding down. They just do get the play off. Now Winston shedding the tackle. They'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
That one goes for 24 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. That is caught inside the 5. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
That's fielded in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Ready. Wait.
First down, Winston. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
So after a run like that, I will guarantee that the head coach is saying to himself, maybe even over his headsets to the rest of the staff, where was that all game long? We needed that. That's the type of run we planned for going into the game. Didn't get much of that, but let's move it forward. Let's build on it, get ready for the next week, and let's go play.
On the ground again, it's Wynn. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. Winston. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. To throw is Winston. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
They'll throw again. Winston. And he pulls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. Here's the punter Gay now to send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And some room to work. And there he goes again. Touchdown, Steelers. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around. It's caught by Mike Evans. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Here's Wynn. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock making him do it that way, didn't it?
And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit. And the lead will be cut down to 14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Rodgers looking to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he's got room. He goes airborne. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. This is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Rodgers throwing here. And he's into the clear. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. And it's the Steelers that come up with it. And that should just about do it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
2nd and 5. Now Rodgers. And he finds a man on the crossing route. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it. Well, they have had no answer for this connection all night long.
Hey, you just have to think in a 2-minute situation, that's got to be a concentration lapse. You know they're going to go back to him with the game that he's been having.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end.